So everything is set in place. My client assessment form, my intake forms in the beginning, my client assessment form, as well as that mood board. Those three things help me to understand, again, what you want, what you really want, and what you really, really want so that I can provide the best service that I can. So this is something that really helps me to stay stress-free because hey y'all, welcome back. Now y'all already know what it is. We're here for a good time and not a long time. So let's jump right into it. If you're new here, my name is Nadia. I am a commercial product photographer and I own a company called Click Pop Studio. We are a colorfully loud creative agency for bold brands. And today we are going to be talking about why you're so stressed out before you even get to your photo shoot. Now, let's break this down into the beginning. Before you even get to the photo shoot, you have to have some type of client, either a client in the works, someone that you're communicating with right now, or someone that you just booked. You need to have some type of client project coming your way. Now, we initially talked about the beginning of the onboarding process when it comes to having that intake form, which we've talked about in previous episodes, as well as having that first 15 to 20 minute conversation and then leading into your client assessment and packages. Now, in the beginning of my career as a photographer, first portrait photographer, now product photographer, I didn't have a client assessment set in place. I pretty much had a conversation with my client. They kind of let me know what they were looking for, and then they'd say, work your magic. I love your style. Now, I hate hearing those words now. Like, even though I love to be super creative, I don't like the option of endless options. You know, that's something that kind of like freezes me in place when I have too many options, too many directions to go into. I need direction and I need focus. Like I'm one of those people that don't find coloring books comforting. Like I never know where to start. There are too many options. There are too many ways to mess up or too many ways to color, and it just kind of freezes me up. So I need structure. I need options. I need focus. I've said that many times, but that's just how I work. And so when it came to me constantly trying to find something creative that I felt like my client would love, I became more focused on the idea of what they were thinking instead of me focusing on how I can do something super creative. And so in order to take that pressure off of me, I created something called a client assessment. And that assessment is basically a very intricate form that goes over all of the questions about my client's brand. It asks, questions about how long they've been in business, what their target market is, what their hex code colors are for their brand. I think on that form, it also says, give me 3 to 4 words that best describe your brand because I want to understand your brand personality. There's options to let me know what kind of props you want styled with your product. If your product has some kind of natural ingredient to them, I would like a list of those ingredients just in case you want some ingredient styling going on with your product. It asks about sizing, pixelation. There's also a section on that client assessment that allows my client to upload images they found on Instagram or Pinterest that they can upload for reference to that represents the kind of style of photography that they're looking for, be it tone, color, styling, whatever, you name it. And so having that form set in place took the pressure off of me to really figure out what that client wants. That form forces the client to slow down and think and articulate and communicate to me what they actually want. So when I have that fully completed submitted form, I can review that and then use that as a foundation of our communication so that I can begin creating a mood board, which is basically a more visual version of that client assessment. So the visual mood board is going to have more picture examples of the images they've shared, as well as images that I found that relate to the overall theme that they're searching for. Now, I put that all together in a series of like 5 to 6 slides, depending on how many images or how many products my clients want me to photograph. And when I finish that mood board, I send another email to my client so that we can schedule a Zoom meeting to go over all of the creative. So I set up a formula to where I don't do anything unless I have final confirmation from my client. I said this before in my last video. Communication is key to me. I need you to tell me once, tell me again, tell me for a third time so that I am specifically sure that what I'm going to give you is exactly what you want. So everything is set in place. My client assessment form, my intake forms in the beginning, my client assessment form, as well as that mood board. Those 3 things help me to understand, again, what you want, what you really want and what you really, really want so that I can provide the best service that I can. So this is something that really helps me to stay stress-free because I'm forcing you to tell me what exactly you want. I do not have time to guess. Guessing stresses me out, especially when there's a lot of money on the line, especially when there's time constraints, especially when we have a short deadline. I need everything to be clear. And so when it comes to really planning something like that out, I would definitely advise that if you don't have a client assessment and a mood board set in place with your process, that you definitely get one. If you're interested to know what mine looks like, there's a link in the description below that you can check out and kind of alter yourself. Now, I personally use a company called Jotform, and that is a paid subscription that I use my intake form from, but I've seen a lot of people create free forms on Google Docs. So I will have an example of those questions that are on my form on that if you want to check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. I would love to know if you even thought about having a client assessment or if you love having just free range and you feel like client assessments are just too structured for you. Definitely let me know in the comments. If you want to know anything else about how else I keep myself and my processes together when I'm working in my business, let me know and I may make a video about that. Yeah, and that's all I have to say for now. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you want to join that journey. Join us, join the community. We love talking about all things creative, all things color, all things prop styling with a little bit of lifestyle splash in the mix. And also hit that notification bell so that you can be informed of any new videos coming your way. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.